Every single day, millions of attacks happen across the internet. Sometimes it's a teenager testing their skills. Sometimes it's a criminal gang looking for money. But here's the truth, the same tools used by hackers are also used by cybersecurity experts to stop them. And today, we're going to walk through 10 of these tools, not just their names, but exactly what they do and why they matter. By the end, even if you've never touched a hacking tool before, you'll understand exactly how each one works. And maybe you'll be ready to try them on your own test systems. Quick note, hacking without permission is illegal. These tools are for ethical hacking only, testing systems you own, or that you've been given written permission to work on. Use them to protect, not destroy. 1. Nmap, the network mapper. Let's say you walk into a huge building and you want to know what's inside. You could open every door one by one, or you could look at the building's blueprint. Nmap is that blueprint for networks. Here's how it works. Every device connected to a network, your phone, your laptop, even a smart fridge, has an address called an IP and doors called ports. Some ports are locked, some are open. Nmap scans the whole network, finds every device, and tells you which doors are open and what's behind them, like a web server, an email server, or a file sharing system. For a beginner, Nmap is the first step in hacking, finding what's there. And it's perfectly legal to run on your own network to understand what's connected and what's vulnerable. 2. Wireshark, the internet listener. Imagine if you could hear every single conversation happening in a coffee shop. Now imagine that coffee shop is the internet, and those conversations are data packets. That's what Wireshark does. It captures network traffic in real time and shows you exactly what's moving from one device to another, like a password sent without encryption, or a file being downloaded. For beginners, Wireshark is one of the best ways to actually see how the internet works behind the scenes. You'll learn terms like TCP, UDP, and IP addresses, but more importantly, you'll understand why encryption is critical for security. 3. Metasploit, the hack simulator. Metasploit is like a hacker's practice range. It's not just one tool. It's a whole framework that contains hundreds of safe attack methods you can use to test systems. Say you have a vulnerable computer running old software. Metasploit can simulate a real hacker attack to see if it gets in. For beginners, you can use something like Metasploitable, a deliberately weak system, and practice without harming anything in the real world. 4. John the Ripper, the password tester. If Nmap finds the doors, John the Ripper tries to guess the keys. Passwords are still the most common way to protect accounts, but most people choose weak ones. John the Ripper takes a list of possible passwords, called a dictionary, and tests them against an account or file. If the password is 123,456, John will find it in seconds. For a beginner, this is the perfect lesson on why your password should be long, random, and never reused. 5. Burp Suite, the website inspector. Every time you visit a website, your browser talks to the site by sending and receiving requests. Burp Suite lets you sit in the middle of that conversation. It can intercept what's being sent, show you hidden data, and even let you modify it before it reaches the site. For example, if a website's login page doesn't protect against certain attacks, Burp can help you find and fix it before hackers do. Hey guys, if you've enjoyed this video to this point, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. These videos take quite a lot of time to make, so if you could help me out, I'll love you forever. On this channel, I upload videos about ethical hacking and hacking documentaries like famous hacks, hackers and groups, criminal hacking, and many more. 6. Hydra, the login breaker. Hydra works like John the Ripper, but instead of attacking stored passwords, it goes straight for live login pages. It can try thousands of username and password combinations on services like FTP, SSH, or even routers. For beginners, using Hydra on your own devices is a great way to see how quickly weak passwords can fall, and why multi-factor authentication is so important. 7. Air cracking, the Wi-Fi tester. Wi-Fi might feel secure, but if your password is weak, It's not. Air cracking captures the handshake, the brief exchange between your device and the router when you connect, and tries to crack it. This is a valuable skill for beginners because it teaches you about encryption types like WEP, WPA, and WPA2, and why older ones should never be used. 8. Nikto, the website scanner. Websites are like houses. Sometimes they have old locks, open windows, or forgotten doors. Nikto scans a site for those weak points, looking for outdated software, dangerous files, or misconfigurations. It's a great starting point for beginners who want to learn about web vulnerabilities without writing complex code. 9. Hashcat, the GPU beast. Some passwords aren't stored in plain text. They're scrambled into something called a hash. Hashcat takes that hash and uses your graphics card to try billions of guesses per second. For beginners, Hashcat is a powerful way to understand how encryption works and why strong hashing algorithms are critical for security. 10. OWASP Zap, the beginner's web guardian. Zap is like a security guard for websites. You tell it where your site is, and it will scan it for common vulnerabilities, showing you exactly what needs fixing. It's built by OWASP, a respected nonprofit in web security, so it's safe, free, and perfect for beginners learning how to protect web applications. There you have it, 10 tools that form the foundation of hacking. The best way to learn? Install them, use them on safe systems, and experiment. Because hacking isn't about breaking the law. It's about curiosity, problem solving, and making technology stronger. Subscribe to Hacktails and share this video. Let's build a bigger community and let's improve our knowledge. Keep exploring. Because in cybersecurity, knowledge is your greatest weapon.